Alright guys, welcome back. CFP here, and this is Survival Living. Pour myself some coffee. Coffee that was powered by my solar, because I'm an idiot. Alright, let's go ahead and get that clear. Yeah, here we are. We got a tropical storm coming down on us, hitting Panama City. Power is going to be going out. Always does. Slightest storm. I'm a prepper, so I prepare for hurricanes. Now, the reason I'm doing this video, and I do apologize because I'm in the going through my news feed this morning. I left a post in our comments section for our community, in our community section here on the channel. Our esteemed leader, with all his knowledge, has said the best way to prepare for hurricane season is to get the jab. Now, he also said, in case you have to evacuate. No. Hold on one second. It's free. Creep Uncle Joe whispering. Yeah, exactly. Relax the stage spot. How are you doing, my friend? No. You need to make sure. Let's talk about hurricane preparedness. Hurricane season goods. MREs, whatever. As long as you have food in your house, you're going to eat. A lot of these foods you can eat cold. It might not taste the best, but it works. Water. Water treatment. Whether that be water filters, water chemical tabs, treatment tabs, that's your next bet. Emergency power. Whether that be a generator that uses gasoline. Whether that be a solar generator. Whether that be a solar system that you already charge up your battery banks and everything's ready to go. Lighting. A jab is not going to protect you from a hurricane at all. I'm guessing their thought process on this, besides their agenda, making sure everyone's going to get jabbed, is that when you have to evacuate, because you're not jabbed, you're not going to be given quarters somewhere. Is that where we're going with on this? Because I know he's already trying to fight and work a way around Governor DeSantis down here in Florida. That's basically told him, big F you. It's a choice. And he's pushing that is a choice for Americans here in Florida if they want to get that jab. If you get it, hey, that's up to you. Me personally, I ain't doing it. But this is our governor doing that. So what has, Creepy decided to do? He's offering incentive, cash incentive to school boards and stuff like that to get these things done. Trying to go around the governor. What's a hurricane preps, get the jab, will last for 5 minutes. What's with the PSA from the state of Louisiana? Yeah, A-Rod. Exactly, that's what we're bringing that up there. Yeah, I had put a screenshot because I originally tried to post the link, and I got an error 402 or 407 when I went to go check and make sure it all worked. I don't know if the site's down or what's up with that. I mean, it comes straight from the old prez there. Yeah. Why would you block it? So I took a screenshot of it. I already screenshot it before I ever tried to post it, and I put the screenshot up. More than likely what they're trying to do is besides force, get people on board for taking that stuff. I think their mentality on this is that you won't find quarters anywhere, or if they ever make it so that you can't freely travel through states again, and that has happened last year, without quarantining yourself and all that good stuff, if you get the jab, you'll be able to cross borders freely. You don't have to wear a mask oh, wait, no. Damn. Still got to wear that. It's alright though. You can't be infected because you got the jab. So you're free to be in contact with somebody that may have tested positive, even though you got the jab. Quarantined, because the jab's everything. You're going to be good with that. Oh wait, it doesn't protect you from it. So why are you forcing people to get it? Why are you promoting this thing? Keep pushing. You know, I watched the video last night over there in Afghanistan with everything going on. I'm pretty revved up about that. I'm still ticked off. Watching the T-Ban. Yes, I got to use code words, sorry. You know who I'm talking about. The ones that we were dealing with over there during the whole 20-year war conflict over there. Sitting in the presidential palace. I'm watching the footage of all the reporters filming everybody moving around the city. Not a single one of them had a mask. But now if you watch the news, CNN, NBC, BCC, BBC, not BCC, BBC. Yeah. They're always talking about how the virus is destroying these countries. And they've also brought up that country in particular, Afghanistan, many times. And they all got their masks on. And it's just so horrible, the amount of deaths from this. I didn't see one freak. I watched several hours of footage from many different video feeds. Nobody's wearing a mask. Really? Yeah, this is all BS. Charlie, how's it going? I hope Panama City isn't hit too hard. Mexico Beach at Joe's Port. They really need a break. You're at St. Joe's? Yeah, right now we're getting the rain coming in. Supposedly up to 45-mile-an-hour winds, wind gusts 50, 60. So far, we've just had a little bit of wind gust here. Nothing major, but you never know. I mean, it's still coming this way. It's actually going right over Panama City. That's why we prep. I mean, I didn't get the jab, so technically I'm not prepared for hurricane season. Evacuation. Let's talk about hurricane evacuation, guys. Is there a time to evacuate? Sorry, guys, I keep losing connection because I'm in the middle of a storm. So I do apologize. Yeah, it keeps on freezing. My apologies, everybody. I tried contacting them, back to the story, when Hurricane Michael came through. It was a Category 2 to begin with. I was able to talk to my family here in Panama City. And within hours, it changed to Category 5. All cell phones were out. I couldn't call them, couldn't warn them, because they last thought it was a Category 2. Basically, down here in Florida, the consensus is with the population here, if it's a Cat 3 and below, they don't bat an eye, because they get hurricanes all the time. The problem with this particular area, Panama City, Mexico Beach area, all this stuff, you've seen my outdoor videos, the damage still from Hurricane Michael. The trees are tore up. There's nothing that stops the wind anymore. Everything's just trashed. So when you have a small Category 1 or 2 come through, it's bad. It is now because the trees are gone. There's nothing to help block the wind. It just whips right through. So in an evacuation thing, what you need to do, have your vehicle packed. All right. You want to be trying to get away from whatever projected current that they're saying the hurricane is going to go. Have cash on hand. Don't worry about, don't be trusting your credit cards and ATMs, because power goes out in areas you're not going to be able to use any of that. Have cash on hand. We always talk about keeping cash on hand. Load up your vehicle. Hopefully you always keep your vehicle full of gas. At least every 3/4 of a tank, you top it off. As soon as it gets down to 1/4 of a tank, top it off. My opinion on that. Don't ever let your gas go below 3/4 of a tank. Keep a spare gas jug with you. Even if it's not full, at least keep a spare one in your vehicle. Right now, if you were to run out of gas riding down the road, and you were a good ways from everything, let's just say you're trying to, you got 20 miles next to the gas station, you run out of gas. Alright, so now you're going to walk to the gas station, but you don't have a gas jug to fill up. Then you got to walk back. Have a spare gas jug. I mean, we got plenty of them. Now, the problem with that, jugs have went through the roof. They're like $20, $22 for a simple 5-gallon jug. Gardner Josh, good to see you, brother. But it is a prep that people should have in their vehicles. Last time we had an evacuation out of Houston, they cleaned us out. Texas Jedi, yeah. I'm not evacuating my area unless I absolutely have to. When it comes to hurricane, it's got to be a really bad one. And the fact is, I really don't have many places to go choose. I mean, what, go rent a motel somewhere? But let's just say that you are evacuated. What do you need in your vehicle? You need to have cash on hand. You need to have a few gallons of water, drinking water. You need to have that. You need to have food, something that maybe you don't have to cook up. All right, even if it's snacks or whatever, energy bars, whatever, just something while you're riding down the road. Because if the power goes out, you get caught up in the storm, you're gonna have to do something. Me personally, I like the freeze-dried food, Mountain House, Legacy, MREs, something like that. Something real quick, easy to fix. Something you can get in your gut fast. Toilet paper. You might want to think about, keeping a roll of toilet paper in your vehicle. I mean, when I was traveling over an hour to work every day, there and back, an hour, 2 hours on the road, I made very sure I had a roll of toilet paper in my vehicle, because there was a lot of times I'd have 40-mile stretch of nothing. Well, if you got to use a bathroom all of a sudden side of the road, just saying. I put too many animals to transport. I stay put too many animals to transport. Sweet tea, good to see you, my friend. So you need to have prep bags ready to go. Yeah, your basic bug out gear, get home bag. They cover a lot of things. I mean, usually when we make our get home bags and bug out bags, they're usually set for 3 to 5 days of food, water purification, things like that. A hurricane is not a complete SHTF as far as a global event. It's a localized event, usually, but usually the first impact state's usually the worst. Once you're out of that area, you usually got power, stuff like that. Now, taking Hurricane Michael, for example, when it came through, my brother was having to travel here in Panama City, was having to go all the way to Dothan, Alabama to find fuel. And even that was limited on how much you could have. So basically, he was actually burning more fuel than he was actually able to collect. Although he had the jugs, there was limits on everything. So keep fuel and stuff on hand. Hurricane Michael was a very bad storm. A lot of stuff got damaged out here. He was very lucky that they made it through that. The building next to his RV that he was parked at was ripped off his foundation and thrown in the woods. But he made it. The RV was fine. It ripped off some air conditioning covers and stuff like that. It was just positioned correctly, and they were safe. But everything else around them looked like something exploded. Okay? You can't tell what's going to be standing, what's not going to be standing with these types of storms. As far as staying home, which we do on most every type of event like that, like I said, you make your choice on that. Just read the storm, see what you think you got to do. You don't want to get stuck in the road with a Category 5. That's not a place you want to be at. But let's say you're home. Your preps should be prepped up. I mean, just your basic. We always discuss about SHTF. Natural disaster pretty much covered. You got food, cooking abilities. You have emergency powers, water filter, water filtration. Protection. There is a lot of looting. There is always a lot of looting after a natural disaster. I've seen that in Orlando. We've seen that here in Panama City. Every time hurricanes come through, other people like to come out and do things. They either do it right before, during, and directly after. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's not bolted down, they're taking it. This scum of the earth. Just go in and start stealing stuff from people during an emergency. Yeah, low lives. So yeah, definitely have your stuff secured. That's over a 2-hour drive for gas. Charlie? Yeah, exactly. But they needed the extra fuel in their thought process. They wanted to keep their generators and stuff like that running. It probably would have been better to have more gas on hand. He did have some fuel on hand. That's when the Alphabet Company, the emergency people came out. Starts with an F. Pulled into the driveway and asked if his gas jugs were full. Luckily for my brother, he already emptied it all out, and they were sitting on empty cans. And my brother said, They're my jugs. You're not getting them anyway. And that particular official let my brother know that they can do whatever they want to. So yeah, if they choose to, they can take your stuff. I already know the comments. I've been reading them in my on the channel. Over my dead body. Well, guess what? Then you're laying on the ground. Your family's not being took care of, and they still got your gas. There's a time and place for everything. When it's only a localized SHTF event and it's not a global, there's still laws in place. That's not really a good time to be going Wild West on people, unless you're protecting your home from thugs. BP Earthwash just put out a video. Heads up. Sweet Liberty, yeah. I've been up all night. I haven't actually went to bed yet. I've been doing my own patrols, making sure a generator is secured as far as our thieves in our neighborhood. And I already know who they are. I know what they do. I know how they slip into the yards at night. I've already caught them on film. I know who they are. So I was doing my own patrols last night, making sure our fuel stocks were protected, because we do have some not out in the open, but easy access where I can get to them, because we bury a lot of stuff. We hide a lot of stuff. But I didn't want anybody trying to come and steal my fuel or our generators that are here at the house. So yeah, that's what I was doing last night. And that's what I'm doing today, keep an eye on stuff. Yeah, BP Earthwatch is a very good channel to keep an eye on with weather and stuff like that, guys. Definitely is. So right now, we just have small gusts of wind. Rain is just now starting to come down pretty steady on us out here. This tropical storm is nothing that's going to like destroy houses and stuff unless they get caught in floods. We've got a lot of rain. I can't believe someone gave CFP a thumbs down. Ha, Thomas. No problem, brother. We do have some dedicated trolls. That's quite alright. I'm glad they're here. Maybe they'll actually learn something. How much they hate me because my sideburns are better than theirs, I don't know. But, moving along. Our last live stream, guys, a lot of people were having problems getting to it. The one that was released to the public, that one there got a community strike from the platform. Nothing against the channel, it's just there were some issues with it that the platform didn't like. So I went in, pulled it to private, tried to fix using the YouTube editor thing that they offer, where you can kind of pinpoint where they're having problems at. And it was just easier for me just to take it down and not have to deal with the platform and their crap. Don't get me wrong, I like having a YouTube channel. I try to play by the rules, but sometimes it's just so frustrating. It's easier just to remove it and move on. So that's what we did. Jojo, good to see you. Alright, scrolling through here, guys. Positions and structures should be done by past events. Florida always has looters. Pre-press. Yeah, yes they do. That's just the way it is. But yeah, guys, I sat there and I read that article today. Like I said, it's in our community feed. I posted the clip from the article. I couldn't get the website to actually load up because I don't know what, it kept on giving me an error 402 or error 407, something like that. Wouldn't let me post it. You could probably do a Google search and ask for government hurricane season preparedness, and it'll pop up. The best way to prepare for hurricane season is to get the jab for evacuation. This is just crazy. It really is. The push that we're seeing on this. Free press, 8 to 10 inches, Panama City rain. Yep. Yeah, they said there'd be some localized events of a foot of rain. I don't know if you guys remember my video when the hurricane went through Louisiana, the last one, last year. My backyard was all the way up to my crotch in water. Yeah, we're Panama City. We had that much rainfall. So this one here is actually running right on over top of us. If it speeds up, we'll be better. Not wind speeds, just the speed of the storm. I think it's moving like 6 miles an hour, which is a lot of water. My river is overflowing, mountain of North Carolina. Farmer Son Prepping, good to see you, my friend. So yeah, this is why we prep. Not just for the government's going to come for us. Oh my God. No, we prep for natural disasters. They happen every day across the world. Being prepared, being able to take care of your family. Food, water, supplies, power, security. An evacuation plan if you need it. Yes. After Michael came through, my dad and brother, they bugged out of here. They had to ride the storm out because it caught them off guard. They thought it was just going to be a Category 2, then turned out to be a 5. They were stuck in position. Once they got to moving around where a couple of roads got opened up, they were able to go to Dothan, get fuel, and then they hauled butt to North Carolina because this place here was hit bad. And my dad's on insulin. Trying to get something like that during a hurricane aftermath, very difficult. Apologize if the rain starts getting too loud, guys. I am in the trailer. Alright, scrolling through here. So while I got you guys, feel free to ask any questions. I'll try to cover anything. Annie Oakley, good to see you. Got my coffee. You know what? I love having our solar. It's not drawing anything right now because we don't have the panels on top of the roof. They are secured in a safe position. That way after the storm comes through, I can put them back up. But what we did, we topped off our entire battery bank setup. Got it all secured. That way we have power throughout the storm. Having coffee whenever I want it. It's freaking awesome. It is. I'm not running the air conditioner today just because it's too much of a drain on the power system. We do have our generator, our gasoline generator, ready to fire up if we need it. Currently, I don't need it. I do have a battery charger system hooked up to my solar batteries. That way, if I ever need to, I can fire up the generator and top off all my batteries on our solar. I mean, it's just constantly working. It takes time to sit down and look at things, but once you've got it all worked out, it's actually not hard to have a self-sustaining system with a backup charging system, stuff like that. That's what we have. Now, I have a solar generator coming in. I'll be doing a review on the Okemo. It's a 1,000-watt solar generator. We have a lot of affiliate programs here on the channel, and it's been a while. You know, small channel, so getting a hold of some of these products were hard to get. We've got that coming in. Bluetti is sending me a 700-watt solar generator. We'll be doing a review on that one too. I'll let you guys know what we think about it. I mean, we're affiliated with all kind of different companies. Links are in the description. But getting a hold of these products and actually testing them out, that's what I really want to do. I like the idea of solar generators. They serve their purpose. They're portable. They pack a punch. They're not cheap, but for emergencies, they're nice to have. They really are. I already heard that the Okemo is crap. Father-son prepping. Well, we'll find out. I'll definitely be doing a test on it, and I will be testing it out big time. We'll be putting the kilowatt meter on it, and we're going to be running it. We'll be testing it with plugging it into the wall, plugging it into the cigarette lighter, using the solar panels. I think those are the 3 ways of charging it, and we'll be testing them all out and see what they do. JT, good to see you. I thought I saw you. Yep, there you are. BP Earthwatch just put a video. Storm is heading. Yeah, it is. I put some screenshots up earlier this morning on the community post showing the storm coming right here on my location. You can even see my little blip of where I am. The eye is going to go right over us. So, which is a good thing technically, because if it would have landed west of us, we would have caught the serious heavy rains that come off the east on those storms. We're still going to be catching some heavy rains, don't get me wrong, but we're not catching that severe part of it. I mean, it's still going to be bad. We're still going to get flooded out, but it could have been worse. You always got to look at the silver lining, right? I have a nature generator charges by wind or solar. Yeah, Bluetti and also just about all solar systems will work off of a wind turbine because it's still 12 volts going into the system as long as you're meeting your requirements on your amperage going in. See, we could hook up our wind turbine to these two as long as we don't produce too many amps, which it does have a regulator and stuff like that, so we don't fry up our systems. It works the same. Yeah, you can use a wind turbine on it too. It doesn't matter if it's a solar. All it is a certain power feed, how much amperage is going into that system, and it's 12 volts going in. That's all it is. So our wind turbine produces 12 volts, and so does our solar. I have a question on a CB radio. Do me any good in the mountains here? Kilroy. I had a CB radio when I was. I didn't have any problem. All I had to do was put a much larger lanyard up, bigger antenna, because let's face it, you're going to have some interference. But because of the mountains and stuff, there is ways around it with antennas and things like that. Antennas are not that expensive, and CB radios aren't really not that expensive either. I do like CBs because of their portability. You can put it in a vehicle and drive it to a different location, pop up the lanyard. You can actually carry it if you need to, as long as you got not too big of a battery. You're also trucking around by hand. But I do like CBs. T. Prada, how's it going? Yeah, Preperations was dissatisfied with Okemo. Their customer service is not very good. Sad to say. 40 people watching. Let's get those thumbs up. Yeah, I definitely do appreciate that. Stormers coming here now. A lot of thunder, lightning, but no rain yet. Yeah, we got a lot of rain so far. We haven't got the thunders and lightning storms yet. When that happens, I'm glad I got power. I'm not thrilled and happy that other people won't have power around me, because technically a lot of people around me will have power. The reason why? Because I've talked to them about preparedness. They're part of my prepping community. Now, we do have some stragglers in our area that just didn't want to hear it. They voted for the other guy. They view the world through ruby lenses. Ruby colored glasses, I guess that's the term. Everything's fine as long as it doesn't affect them directly. And then when it does affect them directly, oh my God, someone needs to help me. Had all the opportunities. All the opportunities. What you do in that situation, you give aid, that's up to you entirely. I'm not telling you which way to do on either way. Sunshine State got here, but in response to the hurricane preparedness from government, it's miraculous if it can affect women's menstrual cycles and weather patterns. Sunshine State, good to see you. By the way, guys, Sunshine State Survival does have her own YouTube channel, so she is part of our community. We always try to support other people in our community. If you guys have not been over there, make sure you get over there and subscribe. Definitely watch the videos. That's what really helps the channel. Not just go over and subscribe and never go back. Start watching the videos. That's what helps out channels. So subscribe and definitely be a part of their community over there. Let's see here. Biden stated that hurricane preparedness, we should. Yep. Michelle the Great. Yep. We definitely covered that when we came on here. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, granted though, they were talking about evacuation. I guess because without it, you're going to have problems finding shelter, staying in places, because you'll be mandated and all this other crap. Not here in Florida. Not right now. Our governor's doing very hard trying to fight this stuff. He's made it very clear it's a person's choice to do that. Now, are there some places you got to wear masks? Yeah, there are. Even here in Florida, there are. But at least he's trying to push it where it's not going to be pushed on us. Pensacola Sand Club shelves don't look good. Get your food. Free press. I didn't even go to the store for anything. All we did was make sure that all of our supplies were easy access to. Tarps were up over the generator, stuff like that, making sure everything was hooked up, filled up, oil changed. I didn't even go to the stores because I already knew what was going to happen. Bare shells as always. Scrolling through here. Alright, scrolling through. Okay, so right fast, we are supposed to be doing a live stream over at Grayman Prepping tomorrow, Tuesday, at 8 o'clock my time. So it'd be 9 o'clock his time on his channel. And that is if the weather permits it. If we don't have power to have reception and stuff like that, I won't be able to attend it. But as of right now, I will be over there to do a live stream guest speaker thing over there on his channel tomorrow. Alright guys, so if there is anything else we can cover, blue Listerine kills. I'm not a medical doctor, and so I can't say yes or no on that. Whose channel? I'm trying to remember the channel name. I'm so tired. I haven't slept. Grayman Prepping. What, no gen sets? Oh yeah, I got a generator ready to rock and roll if I need to. Right now we are running off the solar banks. When I fire up the generator, we got a battery charger hooked up to our solar system. It'll top off our battery banks if necessary. Let's see here. Scrolling through. States it on the bottle. JT, thank you for getting that link up for me. I do appreciate it. Alright guys. So I'm not seeing any questions or anything like that. Alright. Alright guys, so like I said, I'm going to wrap up. We got storms coming. We should be fine. Expected major winds. Just a lot of rain. And with a lot of rain here in our area, it just means that our power, the power in the area and stuff like that will probably go down. We're good. We have power. We have multiple ways of providing power. We have stored water on hand. We have water treatment ability. We have water filters. We have water tablets. We have electrical equipment that we can boil water with if necessary. But odds are, if I got to boil water, I'm just going to use our gas stove or the charcoal grill, or use my stock of wood to create a fire and boil water that way. Yeah, so we're good on those ends. That's hurricane preparedness, not a jab. That doesn't prepare you for jack. Let's just say that you go get the jab and don't get any supplies. Let's take Hurricane Michael as an example. Everything that happened down here with that. If people did not go get supplies and they went and got a jab, most of them would not be here today. So make sure you stocked up. Hurricanes, same preps that we always prep, guys. Food, water, security, power. You can live without power. I can tell you this much though, down here in Florida, during the storm, like right now, it is 75 degrees right now. This is a cold front right now. We've been having some hot days down here. Once this storm passes through, it is going to be hot as hell. It is going to be so freaking humid, it's not even going to be funny. Having the ability to turn on an air conditioner, having the ability to turn on box fans is going to be awesome. Having the ability to provide power to your refrigerator that has your food and stuff like that in it. has precious medication, insulin, things like that that needs to be refrigerated. It's a smart idea. Now you can get the smaller wall plug-in coolers. You can get the smaller. They also have conversion kits that they sell with them that you plug into a cigarette lighter or run off DC power. They keep the temperature down for emergency, medical use and stuff like that. Igloo sells a couple of really good ones. That's actually what we use as a refrigerator here, is one of those Igloo systems. Having a way to keep your medication cool. If you're reliant on machines to stay alive, as far as breathers, dialysis machines, I don't know, do they even have home dialysis machines anymore? They might. I don't know. I really don't know. CPAP machines, all that stuff that you have to have. Having a way to power these things up during a power out situation, very good. All right, having a generator, even if it's just a gasoline one, store up enough gasoline to run you, several days if necessary till power comes back on, or longer. Solar generators, solar systems like we have, ways of producing power. And I've seen it many times. Well, I've lived 20 years without power. Well, good for you, but there's a lot of Americans that cannot. There's a lot of people that cannot live without power. Emergency medical and stuff like that being priority, they have to have power. Why, when they came out with that study on the power grid, they said 90% of most Americans would die with the first year. Most of those that got hit on that, there are people that are reliant on medication and medical equipment. Then it went to starvation, sickness, and stuff like that. Let's see here. Scrolling through. Hunker down, at least we know you'll be okay. Yep, I'll be good. Definitely appreciate it. T. Prada, good to see you, my friend. Stay safe. Yeah, we will. JT, definitely appreciate it. Sweet Tea, definitely appreciate it. Yeah, guys, we're going to wrap up. I got my own stuff I got to keep an eye on out here. And also tonight. So if we do lose power, don't worry, guys. We'll be all right. That's why we prep, right? If I have the ability to update stuff, I will. Just depends on if we lose the internet. And you never know, right? Anyway, guys, definitely appreciate you hanging out with me. We're good here. And I'll talk to y'all later.